Okay, now let's look at what comes in the box in the Strimmer Plus V2 24-pin and the Strimmer Plus V2 8-pin boxes. I'll also be showing the Strimmer L Connect 3 controller. This says that it can connect to the original Strimmer Plus and the Strimmer Plus V2. I have the original Strimmer Plus, so let's see if I can control the RGB using the this Strimmer L Connect controller. Let's open the 24-pin one first. You get the control box, so I guess this is the same L Connect 3 control box, so you don't need to buy the control box separately. If you're buying the 24-pin one, you have some clips to hold down the RGB strip over here, and you have the 24-pin. Thank you note, some package and quick instructions. And in the package, you get the L Connect 3 controller, a USB, micro USB cable, and the cable for connecting to your ARGB header on the motherboard. You get a sticky 3M magnetic strip, so you can connect this to the back of your controller and then drop it onto your case if it's metal. Or you can use this two-sided tape, which is made by 3M. So yeah, this will stick onto your case, but it will prevent you from moving it in the future. So I'd rather go for the magnetic one, so you can move it when you want to do it. This will result in permanently sticking onto your case. Now the 8-pin box. So this is a triple 8-pin. So you can use this to connect even the top end 3090 Ti's or 3090 or any 3-pin, 8-pin GPUs. So this is the one they released for the latest graphics cards. And for this, what you get inside the box is additional clips, and they provide you with an ARGB cable. You can use this cable to connect to your ARGB header on your motherboard and just use the this 8-pin cable for your GPUs and not use the controller box or have the 24-pin box for controlling the ARGB using the software. So if you just want the motherboard control, you can use this. Now onto the controller box. The Strimmer L Connect 3 controller. So for this can be used, as I mentioned before, this can be used for the original Strimmer cables and the new Strimmer Plus V2 cables. Seems to have the same things that I showed in the 24-pin box. You have the controller, the ARGB motherboard header controller, the SATA power, and the micro USB cable to connect to your USB port on the motherboard.
Need a custom-built PC gaming rig? Need to upgrade that old computer? Need some great accessories to step up your game? Are you having problems with your gaming rig or need it repaired? Do all this and much more at Store974. Store974, let the games begin.
Now to talk about the flexibility and the build quality of these Strimmer V2 cables compared to the originals, I'd say it's a much improved one. The original V1s were they were a good quality, but not as good as this. The feel is better on this one, and these are much flexible. I can go like like this much easily without much force. These are also very flexible. Being longer, it is easier to flex these ones than the 24-pin, and I'd say the build quality is quite exceptional. They have really changed the game over here right now. Like, there's no one in the market that builds such RGB lighting power cables for the GPU and the 24-pin motherboard. Another thing to notice about these are that over the sides you can see that it is a bit transparent, so whatever RGB the light of the cable is at the last cables are, you will see it spilling over here, so it will be a smooth transition. And even if you look at it from the side, you'll see the RGB lighting. So that's the advantage of this. The actual power cables are now 12 pins together, and they don't flop out. The original were quite thick, and when you have them bent, you will see that you'll always see it separating from the RGB lighting, and it will be like not entirely bad looking, but it's not as perfect as this one. This one is near perfect. The cable thickness and everything, and like how it stays together, A1. Now I'll show you guys how to change the default black clips to the white ones that are included in the packaging. You just have to unhook the hooks on both sides of the clips, and it just falls off. and to replace it with the white ones, it just goes in one way because there's a hole and a pin on the white clips. So you put it in together and press it in, and it hooks all back into place. With that, we have an all-white Strimmer plus V2 cable. Now in some cases, you want the 8-pin GPU port to be reversed. In that case, you have to remove the other end by unhooking outwards. Then unhook the 3 small clips as shown before. After that's all done, just grab hold onto the cables and reverse them. Then just clip them back together as so. With that, we have the 3 8-pin GPU cable reversed. If you're just going to connect the GPU Strimmer cable, you get this cable in the GPU Strimmer plus V2 box. Just connect the Strimmer cable to this port and connect the other end to your motherboard. With that, you have full motherboard control of your GPU Strimmer plus V2 cable. Now if you're going to use the L-Connect 3 controller that comes with the 24-pin, or you buy the controller separately, you'll see on this side of the controller there are 2 ports. One is for the 2 8-pin GPU cable, while the other is for the 3 8-pin GPU cable. That is the one we have here. So we connect the 3 8-pin GPU cable to this side. We then connect the 24-pin Strimmer V2 Plus cable to this end of the controller. Kindly ensure that you push the switch to the side where the GPU cable is connected, in our case to the left. Now on the other end, we have the non-removable setup power cable, the 2-pin ARGB port, and finally the micro USB port. Grab hold onto the cables that comes in the box. Connect the 2-pin ARGB cable to this middle port, and finally connect the micro USB cable to this final port at the end. Now with all that connected, we see that our GPU Strimmer is connected. The 24-pin is also connected. The USB 2.0 cable will go to your USB header. The motherboard ARGB cable will go to your 3-pin ARGB header on your motherboard. And finally, to power all this, we connect the SATA power cable to your power supply. Now if you have it all well set up, you can use the L-Connect 3 controller software to control the ARGB lighting on the Strimmer V2 Plus cables. Here is a short footage of all the lighting effects available on the L-Connect 3 software. You can also hand over the lighting control to the motherboard in the software itself. So if you have a motherboard ARGB software, in my case I have the Asus Aura software, I can use the Asus Aura to control the ARGB on the Strimmer V2 by simply clicking a button on the L-Connect 3 software. I'll not be going in detail the features available on the L-Connect 3 software. However, a quick rundown is that you can see your system info. You can sync your motherboard lighting to the Strimmer V2 Plus lighting, and if you happen to buy the Lian Uni fans, you can control that lighting also in this software. If you'd like to see a detailed review of this L-Connect 3 software, please drop in a comment down below and I will get right to it. So with that done, I have shown you guys how cool is the new Strimmer Plus V2 and the controller. The controller works with the original Strimmers like I explained before, and here's a small footage of it. So to conclude, if you had the original Strimmers, I wouldn't say to go out and buy the new Strimmer Plus V2s, but go get the controller, which I'm doing. I'm going to buy this controller and use it in my system while I'll give back the Strimmer Plus V2. So if you like this video, please don't forget to click the like button And if you haven't subscribed yet, click on the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified on my future videos. And here are some of my other videos that you might be interested in watching.